We are about to head off to the store. And I just checked the mail this morning because I forgot to check it yesterday. And in there was a letter from my bank with an unexpected refund for about $40. They're doing some bank adjustments and changes, and so it's a free refund from fees that you've had in the last 8 years plus that you've been with this bank. So I was like, okay, I will happily take free money. So it makes it exciting because we're going to Hobby Lobby. So I will probably get a sweater's quantity of yarn and make myself a sweater. And I'm really excited about it. It just kind of made my day. Anyway, let's go to Hobby Lobby. Okay, so my hair is a little bit crazy, but I wanted to show you what I got. I have a couple bags here. Ugh. It looks like I got so much stuff, but I didn't really. I promise. I have. Sorry if you can hear the squeaking. My office chair. I need a new one so badly. It decided to. It's one of those ones that goes up and down, and it just decided to break, and so it stopped staying up. So Micah tried to kind of jerry-rig it and fix it. Hi. And it worked for a while, but now it doesn't work, and now it just squeaks. Anyway, let's talk about what we got. So, the not as fun stuff first. I just got this little plastic container thingy for putting birthday cake candles and sprinkles and food coloring and all that sort of stuff in here. It was $1.70. Super, super cheap. When I was growing up, my mom we had this one container. It must have been ancient old. Hi. It was opaque plastic, so you couldn't see through it. And it had a blue lid. And that was our birthday, not tin, but container. And it had all the candles, all the food coloring, sprinkles, everything was in that container. And I realized that we're getting to the point where I need one of those too. So I got that one. I got Micah a pen. He's been doing some, focusing on the baby. He's been doing some YouTube stuff, and he uses a pen for it, and so he's been trying out several different types of pens. So he wanted me to try and get him another nicer one, because the ones he's been using have been kind of inexpensive. Then I looked at nativity sets because I really wanted to get one. But the only one that they had that was like a full nativity set, they were all like this tall, and they were kind of ugly. So I decided that I'm probably going to wait on that until like next year. But I did get this, which is so beautiful. Look at Mary, if it'll focus at all. I absolutely love it. And it's a, excuse me. Let's see. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle, 27 by 20 inches. And I think this is going to be so much fun. I didn't even realize that in the background, this is supposed to be all the angels. I thought that was just like light. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But I really like it. It's a beautiful piece of art, and it'll be a fun Christmassy thing. So that's bag number 1. And then bag number 2 has the fun stuff. It's such a big bag. It's so ridiculous. So first off, more stuffing to stuff baby Tam's present. Then I I decided not to get extra yarn. Like I mentioned, I might, because I kind of started getting decision overload, which is what will happen to me if I have too many options, basically. And I didn't have a specific plan for the yarn, and I didn't want to add to my yarn stash more yarn that I don't have a specific plan for. So I decided I'm just going to wait on that, and instead I think what I might do is I might go ahead and buy the Petite Knit Friday tee, which I have been waiting to get, because like you do, again, decision overload. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and buy that pattern, and then I'm going to use the, well, let me talk about this and then I'll talk about the stuff. So I got more of the orange, and I went ahead and grabbed another skein of the gray-black yarn, because I was like, realistically, I end up running out of this like 90% of the way through. I'm going to be so frustrated, and it'll be fine because I can use any leftovers to make a sweater for baby Tam or anything like that, so it'll be fine. So I went ahead and grabbed both of those, and then comes the naughty stuff. So I have no business buying fabric, none whatsoever. I haven't sewed up all of the other fabric that I've already bought, but I couldn't help it. Well, first off, let me justify myself. All the Christmas fabric was 70% off, so all of this fabric was heavily discounted. So that's why. But I got this because I thought, wouldn't this make the cutest Christmas skirt? And the Nutcracker is one of my favorite stories of all time, and one of my favorite Christmas stories. And so I was like, this would be such a cute little Christmas skirt, like a full gathered skirt that I could wear a petticoat underneath if I wanted to, and then I could pair it with my gill sweater, which is this beautiful, if you haven't seen it, this beautiful green. Oh, it would look so good. And it's so fun. I don't think I could do this as a full dress, but as a skirt, it's gonna look so good. And that was what? It was 70% off, so it was like, I think total, because I only got 2 yards. I don't need very much for a skirt. Well, I can just look at this anyway. Da 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 da. It was $4.80 for 2 yards. Yeah. So then I was looking at all of they have a huge selection of clearance stuff, and they had this for $3 a yard, which I thought would make the cutest spring dress, because when autumn rolls around, I want all the dark, moodier jewel tones, really rich colors. That's just what I want. I want to wear all of like the burnt oranges and the mustards and the burgundies. That's what I want to wear. When springtime rolls around, I want all the light colored florals and the pretty blues and all of that. So I realized this would be perfect if I can make this into a dress sometime over the winter. Then it'll be ready to go come spring. And I got it because I've mentioned this many times on my podcast. I don't like super light colored backgrounds, but the beauty of these sort of patchwork ones is that it's got a bunch of blue in it, which is like my favorite color. Blue and pink combination. Blue, pink, and gray is one of my all-time favorite color combos. I think it is just so beautiful. And then this one is just blue and pink, and it's got cherries on it, and I think it'll make a gorgeous full-skirted vintage style dress. Then I happened to spot these two fabrics. This one was 80 cents a yard. And it's like a rayon, and I had looked at this one before. I'd almost purchased it before, but it was like $3 a yard. And it's got these really cool, like almost folklore styled bugs on it, so it's got like moths and bees and things on it, and it's like a really soft drapey sort of a fabric, and I think it is going to make a stunning dress. And I got 4 yards because, again, 80 cents a yard. So it was $3.20. Yeah, so I I think with this one, I want to make a dress that has like a tiered skirt, and it's like a maxi dress, and it's just kind of floaty and soft. I'll have to do some sort of button down front because of this guy, but I think it's going to be beautiful. And then this one was $1.20 a yard, so it was $3.60. I only got 3 yards of it, but this, as you can see, is a very drapey, silky sort of a fabric, and again, I think this will make a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful autumnal fall sort of a dress. I don't know what pattern yet, but it's really soft and drapey, and I think it's going to look so elegant. And the thing is that I very rarely will use, I guess you could say, fancier style fabrics like this. One, they are usually much more expensive. This full price was $12 a yard, which means that a dress, I have to get 3 yards. A dress is going to run me like $36 to $40 with tax and everything. Whereas with the quilting cottons that I usually like to use, they're typically much, much cheaper. And they go on sale a lot more, and they're more heavily discounted. So that's one reason. And the other reason is that this type of fabric, it's more difficult to sew with. It really is. It's slinkier, it's slippier, things don't like to go straight. But I do want to try and work with it a little bit more. Not too much, but a little bit. And I honestly love quilting cottons. I love wearing them. I love sewing with them. They're so nice. And then this one, I love this one because it's really kind of drapey, but it still has a more stable feel to it. It's not super like slippery. So I think this is going to be really fun to sew. So that was my Hobby Lobby haul. And then, so that was about $20 for 4 garments, which is insane. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because the refund check was about $45, something like that. And so I've used about half of it. I'm going to spend the other half and buy myself a Bible. And I'm planning to go into it. I'm going to do a little bit of a crochet or knit and chat video here. And I'll talk about it a little bit more. But I've been really, really wanting a pretty, feminine, lovely Bible. I have not owned my own Bible for several years now. And again, like I said, I'll go into that in the other video, but it's something I've been wanting to get, and I just haven't gotten it. And I realized that this is absolutely perfect. Instead of spending all of this extra surprise gift money on frivolous things that I don't really need, I can also buy myself a Bible. So I'm going to do a little bit of looking, a little bit of research, try and find like a really nice one. Because I know there's some on Amazon, but I kind of want to look and see if I can find some other ones that are a little more feminine and pretty, if you will. I know that there's a place, I think it's called like Daily Grace Co. or something, that has some really pretty Bibles. I don't like the journaling Bibles, but because the formatting is a little bit weird. But unfortunately, I think that that's probably what I'm going to have to get, purely because they're so pretty. They're so, so pretty. But yeah, I'm so happy with these. And I have to wash all of these because I need to make that nutcracker skirt as fast as I can, because the more I look at it, the happier it makes me. It is just so stinking cute. It would be so much fun to wear, and I can like wear it for Christmas Day or my birthday or something. So at some point here I need to give the baby to Micah and I need to sew a skirt, because I also have some other Christmas fabric that I haven't showed you that I got just a couple yards from Joanne to make a Christmas skirt. And so I have two beautiful, they're very different style, but two beautiful fabrics to make some very simple gathered Christmas skirts, and I want to do that. So anyway, game plan for now is I have some sweet potato rice cooking, and which is one of my all-time favorite things. I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I've mentioned them before, like Honey Jubu, Kitchen Story, and Delicious Day, Cooking Haru. I'll link all of these down below. They're just these really calm, no talking cooking videos. And Honeyjubu and Kitchen Story are like these housewife ladies. Honeyjubu has a lot more like cleaning type videos, and Kitchen Story is specifically just her making food, and it is so much fun to watch. But one of the things that I have learned from watching them is that they tend to make like flavored rice, and we decided to try it one day because all they'll do is they'll toss in sweet potato or like peas, and then like they'll do other things, but those specifically were two that I knew we could very easily do. And you just toss them in with the rice, and we cook our rice in the Instant Pot. And so I'll just chop up a sweet potato, well, peel it, chop it up, and put it in with the rice, and it is just so good. I love rice. And then adding sweet potatoes, which I also love, in with the rice. It's just so tasty, and it adds that much extra nutrition for you, so it's all good. Anyway, I have that cooking, so I'm gonna go sit down on the couch and just relax for a little bit, get my fabric washing, and do some crocheting, and then eat some sweet potato rice and maybe some meat or something. This going gluten-free thing makes it a little more difficult to eat. Right now, at least, because I'm not used to it. But I'm going to do that, and then just have a really nice, relaxing, probably hour or two, depending upon how long this guy sleeps. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. It's just going to be a really calm sort of a day. It's rainy and drizzly outside. And we'll probably do, eggs and, well, Michael will do an English muffin. I can't do English muffins anymore. So I realized I'm going to have to change up my Wednesday night supper. Because for the last, I don't know, 2 months or something, every Wednesday for supper we have English muffins and scrambled eggs. And before that, before we designated Wednesday as the day to do that, we have been having at least once a week, one day a week, we would have our breakfast supper, which is English muffins and scrambled eggs. So we've been doing that for months now. So now I'm going to have to change that up a little bit and figure out something else to have with my scrambled eggs. But that is that. I might film some little more snippets here and there. I didn't do a very good job yesterday. Today I'm going to try and get this edited and scheduled and uploaded before Micah gets home, just because it makes it so much easier. And then I may try and film another video today, but I'm not 100% sure. It depends upon if Baby Tam cooperates or not. Because I want to try and get one video ahead again, because I didn't film on a Sunday a couple weeks ago, and so I'm kind of off. But anyway, it's fine. So I'm going to shut up now. I hope that you all have had a lovely, wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this little Hobby Lobby shopping trip with me, and I will talk to you tomorrow.